Motovlogging can be very expensive, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to walk you through a budget setup so you don't spend unnecessary money just to get started. Let's get into the video. Hello guys, welcome back to License to Ride. As you can see, it's match day in Colchester. Everyone's out, happy days. I'm just off to my favourite back roads. And I just thought we'd talk about my budget motovlog setup because I'm finding it quite unreal at the moment and I'm feeling very creative and stuff with it, and I haven't spent loads of money on it, so I just thought I'd give the guys who are also sort of starting out a few pointers and stuff, just so you know you don't have to spend excessive amounts of money for a half decent setup. So yeah, I just want to run through that. On a side note though, I've decided that 2025 is the year where I want to get 1,000 subs on this channel, on License to Ride. Basically the channel is dedicated to me learning going through my bike licenses essentially. So I've done my CVT, as you can see, we're on a 125 at the moment. So that's my plan. I'm gonna try and document my journey. I've got my theory coming out, which I find it really hard to document, honestly. I'm finding it really hard to document, honestly, because what do you document? I guess I could put up my materials that I'm using to sort of study, but I don't know how you do a video on the theory. So after that we're going to do mod 1, mod 2, so I'll run through that. But yeah, that's sort of the plans for the channel. So if it does sound like something you'd enjoy, or you might learn from if you're going to do the same thing, am I in a daydream? Like there's two Teslas exactly the same. So if it does sound like something that would help you, just subscribe, and yeah, I'll keep putting up the videos because I do enjoy it. But yeah, I digress. Today's video is about the budget motovlog setup. So let's start with the camera. So I'll run through everything: camera, mic, just sort of the budget stuff that I use to get going, really, just to get the channel off the ground, and over time I'm sure I'll acquire more stuff. So the camera I'm using is a GoPro Hero 9 Black Edition. It's phenomenal. It records a 4K 30 frames, but 4K 30 frames super view, so you get that big wide sort of view, I guess. Big wide view, so it makes it look like you're going a lot faster than you are. It just makes it really nice and gives you a real nice sort of scope in the shot. So I really like it. It's got good colours on it, and the camera you can pick up, I've looked at this, you can pick them up anywhere from sort of £80 for just a camera. Granted, it's probably been very used and stuff, but I've seen them go for 80 on Facebook Marketplace, or even up to sort of 170 to 180, so it gives you a big range to find one. Obviously that is second-hand prices. I don't know if they even sell them new anymore, but you can pick them up. There's a fair amount of people selling this sort of product. I mean, I wouldn't really go any lower. I'm not sure about the GoPro Hero 8. I'm not sure what that's like. My dad uses a Hero 5 still. I think he's happy with that, so I just don't think it gives you quite the quality that the newer cameras do. So yeah, that's what I use for a camera, and I just find it really nice to just be able to sort of strap it to my helmet and go. Once you've got everything configured, and that is the thing, you will have to sort of configure it yourself and figure out what your settings are. So I'll put mine on the screen here, and that's just what I use as a baseline. And there's a guy on YouTube called Jankalovsky or something like that. I've butchered his last name, and I love that guy's channel, so I hope I've pronounced it right, but I'll put the actual name on screen now and his channel. If you want to learn any of this stuff, like the vlogging stuff, he is the go-to man. He is out in Australia, I believe, and he just makes the most amazing cinematics, and he's got a LUT pack that you can buy, so for like post-production colour grading and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll link him in the bio, I'll link him in the description as well, because I'm not going to be able to teach as much as he can. But yeah, it just gives you a really nice colour out the box anyway, so you could just strap this to your, you could just dial in the settings that you want and then put it on your helmet and off you go. Every time you just press the record button, it's fine, you know. And I play with it a little bit in editing as well, but I will actually go through that part as well in this video. I want to show you the editing software that I use. It's Filmora, really good editing software for new beginners, I think. But yeah, the mic I'm using is the Purple Panda Amazon special. Now I've seen a lot of people use this. I've seen good things about it, so I think it was about 20 quid off eBay, off Amazon. Again, I'll put it on the screen now. I mean, it seems to do the job. I mean, it's obviously 20 quid, but I see a lot of people using it and a lot of people recommending it, so I thought I'd give it a go. Eventually I do want the DJI mics, because they are just phenomenal. You don't get much better than that, so eventually, but they are very expensive. There's a cost to everything in this world, obviously, so yeah, no, I'll put it on screen so you can find out where to get that. And you do need the GoPro media mod with this as well to be able to use the mic, because you can't just plug a 3.5mm jack straight into the GoPro, because it won't transfer. It needs an adapter of some kind. I don't know if it's analog to digital or digital to analog, but it needs to do one of those things, and it doesn't do it out of the box if you just plug in to the 3.5mm jack or the USB-C port that's on the GoPro. You do need the media mod, and that is $79.99, so it's a fair whack for what it is. But you know, if your motovlogging is something you want to do and you want to make videos and stuff, it is, you are just going to need it. I mean, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. They're very good with their accessories and stuff, they make you pay. But yeah, you know, once you've got that though, you're pretty much ready to go. So those 3 items there, you know, I'll put the total here of the camera. That's for the camera, the mic and the media mod all together, and that is essentially all you need. I mean, you're going to need something to edit on, so hopefully you've already got a computer or a laptop or something that you can use, like I did. And you are going to need to pay for the editing software actually. You can use it for free, Filmora, but you get watermarks on your videos and stuff, so it's not ideal, I guess. So you know, you just got to bear that in mind, that if you are going to use the free version, and there's nothing wrong with editing your video, you can edit your video and just get a feel for it completely free. You don't have to spend a penny if you just want to learn, because you can use all their assets while you're just in the editing phase. You just can't export it without watermarks, and you can't export sort of paid for products, but I do think it lets you use it in pre-production, before pre-export, so that is worth picking up. I will put a link for all of the stuff that I've talked about in this video in the description, and you can find them all. But yeah, this is basically, I just wanted to go on a ride to show you the quality as well, because it's really not even that bad, and all of this is fairly cheap stuff. It's not, you know, top end or anything like that, but it does the job so nicely, and I'm really impressed with some of it. It's just a nice place there, toll booth. Yeah, no, it's just real nice stuff to use when you're just beginning. Doesn't break the bank. So yeah, I just want to take you guys out on a ride as well. It's a nice day. It's actually a beautiful day, to be honest. Absolutely unreal. You don't get many like these. It's a little bit windy, so I'm hoping you can hear me actually, because it's very windy. I've got the fluffy wind protector that the the mic comes with. It comes with like a big fluffy wind protector. Hoping that's doing its job. Another thing to note as well, if you're going to go for the GoPro and Purple Panda mic setup, because I've been frustrated for the past few days because my audio's been like cutting in and out. I've tried to shoot this video before and it's just cut out completely, and all I can hear is like a whining on the video, and it's an hour spent out recording that, you know, I've basically lost. So when you get the Purple Panda out of the box, it comes with like an adapter which is TRSS to TLS or something like that. I'll put it on the screen here, and it's an adapter that does that. So you need to plug that in, and then you need to plug the mic into that, and then that into the GoPro, and then you need to set the GoPro in the preferences. This is so convoluted, but you need to go into preferences, and there's a thing in preferences called mods, and it's basically the media mod thing, and then in there's a mic selection. So I just did standard mic and just made sure it was on that, otherwise you won't get any audio and you'll torture yourself for hours trying to sort it out like I did. So yeah, just watch a video on that. I might even do a separate video on setting it all up, because you have to obviously you have to root it all in your helmet yourself basically, and you kind of need to just do it so it's not too messy. But yeah, no, it's fairly easy. I've already got a Senna kit in there, so I had to use the other side. I couldn't mount it at the same side because there was already wires there. So also bear that in mind if you're going to do it as well. What a beautiful places I'm going through today. These are my favourite back roads on a day like today. Just had a new chain on the girl as well, so she's going well. Honestly, the difference, I brought this bike secondhand not long ago, about 2 months ago. I think it was the end of February, something like that. I bought it secondhand, and I don't think the guy that had it before me had too much love for it. He used it as like his main mode of transport, so to him I don't think it was like it wasn't a bike that was kind of loved, and you know, not like I do. I take it out on the weekend as a bit of fun, and I've got my car for the week. So yeah, had a new chain on the girl, checked over the fluids. She's going in for a service next week, so she is purring. I didn't realise like the old chain was pretty fucking rusty, pretty horrible. I didn't realise how much that affected it. I mean, I got it tightened a little bit, and he did his best to clean it up and lube it for me. But yeah, it just weren't cutting it, so I just booked it in for a new one. But yeah, it was so janky before, and the throttle felt so like that all the time, but I'm obviously forcing that, but it was doing that while I was just riding around, and yeah, not great at all. So yeah, it's just nice to be out on a bike that feels good to ride. What are you doing, sir? We have right of way here. Yeah, it just feels out to be good to be out on a bike that is working properly, purring how it should. I'm a little bit close to this guy, but he is honestly doing like 20 miles an hour, so, which is fine, no problem, but I just don't want you to think I'm being a dick on purpose. I'm not. He just slowed right down. This is one of my favourite places, Dedham. It's just so nice. You got this river that runs through here, and all these people come out and picnics and stuff. Unreal. Real nice. Look, people in boats and stuff. What a day. What a day. I don't know what this guy in front of me is doing. We're now doing 14 miles an hour. What's going on, sir? Hello? What is he doing? Should I overtake him? There's a blind bend, I can't. Okay, well, hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video. Action packed as always. Oh, this dude's got to be old. It's not even Sunday, it's Saturday. I don't know why all these churchgoers everywhere. Honestly, we're doing 17. Again, nothing wrong with that, but it just feels like he's trying to take the mickey a bit. So anyway, I think we're going to ride back towards home now. I need some fuel, so we'll go back into town on these different back roads, if we ever make it. My bike has literally started overheating because this guy is going so slow. Look, it's flashing at me because it's got a bit hot. What is he doing? Oh bro, I can't do this. Jesus, 30 feels like I'm flying now. Absolutely, Jesus. Yeah, we're just gonna head back on the back roads. Fuck me, man. Jesus Christ. Obviously a nice guy, wouldn't say boo to a goose, but that's just how easy it is to die on a bike. You really need to just have your wits about you. Just for anyone who's on the same journey, just for that. But yeah, so the GoPro is set at 4K 30 frames right now, and just while we are heading back, maybe I'll just show you. So like what you're looking at now, right now, is exactly what comes out of the camera color wise. Okay, and then once you take it into editing software, you can put things called lap packs, which is just like it's called a lookup table. Lap pack, it's basically a mathematical equation for a certain set of colors. Filmora gives you a couple of these that you can use if you're a paid member or whatever. So yeah, you're looking at what comes out of the camera right now, and then now you're looking at what it looks like with a lap pack. So, you know, while the GoPro and getting all your settings right is important, you shouldn't let that be all and end all of it. You know, you can, if you go out and you come back and you're reviewing the footage and it doesn't look exactly how you want it, for the most part, there is always a way to fix that in editing. No, it's not always possible, and you're going to need to adapt a skill set to be able to do stuff like that. But that's part of the learning curve, I guess. I am by no means a pro, but I've already picked up a few things that I think has made my editing better. Like the first couple of videos I didn't even put on YouTube because they just weren't good enough, honestly. I was very confused by the whole process, and it's lucky I found Filmora, which is the editing software. I'll put it up on screen here again and link in the description. But it makes editing so user friendly. It opens doors for new beginners, honestly. It just, the way it looks and the way it works, it just makes sense straight out of the box. You don't really need to have too much experience to know what's going on. So yeah, that's definitely worth a look if you are looking to do some moto vlogging, or maybe not. You know, I say this all the time as well, having a GoPro on your sort of helmet, I feel like drivers pay you a bit more respect in terms of like if they see it, they're not going to be trying to kill you so much, if you get what I mean. And not that they're out to kill you, but that's how you should look at it, honestly, genuinely. Not to scare you, but you should look at it as if everyone's trying to kill you and everyone is trying to kind of well, just act like no one sees you, act invisible. You know, you've got to be careful, you've got to look after yourself. Don't try and predict what car drivers are going to do. You just look after yourself, essentially, and you make up for their mistakes. and you can do that with like good road positioning. I've gone off tangent completely, but just as it came up, yeah, you just got to kind of have good road positioning, stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, so what I'll do also actually before I end the video is I will put I'll put up a couple of my favourite Filmora tutorials for beginners, just in case anyone does want to learn to edit or is looking to learn to edit. If I put them on for you, and then you don't have to go searching, just stuff to help me learn. Obviously go and search on your own by all means, but if I can help you out in that situation. So just yeah, just bear in mind that, you know, there is a cost to Filmora if you want to export without watermarks, etc. But yeah, I would recommend that. And I feel like I've banged on quite enough for one video, so I'm gonna get past this car. Hopefully I'm gonna pass him on the left. Cool. I'm gonna get past this car, I'm gonna go into town, get some fuel, and then I'm out to film another video that you'll see next week, I hope. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you still are, I hope it was somewhat useful. I feel like I just banged on about it a little bit and didn't really give you much information, but it's just kind of where my head's at today. If I'm editing this and I think it's a load of rubbish, I just won't put it out and you guys will be none the wiser. So yeah, thank you for watching. Obviously I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs this year, so if you are interested in my content, please do drop a sub and always drop a like as well. That's always a good one, that's always helpful. Yeah, I kind of want to make this a little bit of a side hustle for me this year. As much as it was about just kind of documenting my journey, I've really got an itch for it over the past month or so that I've been putting up videos. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, if you could support me, and every subscription just gives me like this huge bit of motivation, so you'll be doing me a service anyway. But yeah, thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.